Hi everybody! So unfortunately today I need to make a sympathy card. This is kind of one of the harder things for me to make. It's 50-50 if I make them or if I buy them. I prefer to make them because it shows how heartfelt I am about the subject matter, but it's one of those things where you make it and you never can tell if it's good enough to send to somebody. Does that sound weird? So I made one a couple months ago and I liked the design of it. And you just never know if it's proper enough for somebody. I think that's what my problem is with it. But I made one a couple months ago and I really liked the design of it. So here's an image of what it came out to be, and I thought it was very appropriate. It was, the color was very muted and neutral, and it was just simple and understated, which is what you always try to go for, but nice and sweet. And so I think I'm gonna take that as my blueprint. So what I thought is I made these note cards a little while ago, a whole little set of them, and I really like them. And it's a lot easier for me to start off with something as a base, especially on a project that I don't necessarily have a lot of joy, I want to make this because I want to make it for, the person, but in the same vein, it's like, you don't want to make this project because it's really hard. So starting off with something I already have makes it a lot easier for me. So I made these and they're just nice and understated. I made, it's just regular cardstock. I think it's Recollections cardstock, and then I used this Hero Art stamp, which is one of my favorite script stamps. I don't think it has a name. Well, it's really pretty. The words, I think they're fake words, or they might be written backwards, but it's just really a nice design. I have a couple script stamps, and this is the one I always go back to. And I stamped it on the card using London Fog. Yeah, London Fog Memento ink. This is the best ink for any, at least in my opinion, for any detail stamping. As you can see, it's really crisp. And then I inked the edges also with it. So, okay, we have this, and I got this die recently from Paper Smooches. It's feather dies called Feathers, aptly named, and I think I'm going to use those too. They came out really nice, and I really like the design of them, so I think I'm going to try to use those in it. And some twine. And then this is the Tim Holtz. Let's see if I have that lying around. It's the sentiment stamp. It's the sentiment stamp set from Tim Holtz that I always use, or Stampers Anonymous. Simple Sayings. I love this set. I have a lot of sentiment stamp sets, and this one, it's never let me down. It's just easy, and it's a little bit like typewriter print, so that's why I like it. Usually when I stamp one, I'll stamp at least like 5 or 6 more, and then just have them on hand so I can easily just cut them up and put them on a card. So that's why I already have one cut up, and I know I used the black Memento ink on this one too. Anytime I'm stamping words or anything that's very detailed, I always use Memento ink for it. And so on this one, I think I'll use that Chalk Talk My Mind's Eye paper again. I'm thinking for the strip in the middle, I might do a blue. And then everything else will be sort of like a neutrally tan or newsprint. And I like this one. I might go ahead, that's already cut out from another project, so I might use that. I do like the chevron a lot, but it's a little, polka dots. I like the hexagons. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the little hexagons, but I'm going to cut it down a little bit. So, let's see. I want it like maybe 2 inches wide. I know, I'm being super precise. Yeah, 2 inches wide is good for me. So, it looks like I cut it pretty straight last time. Let's cut off this end. Okay. There we go. We'll do this. Yeah, that's nice and neutral. I like that. And there we go. Cut off the excess. That looks nice. Okay, I'm gonna use some frayed burlap and let's see. I want to do this configuration. Yeah, to make them pop a little bit, I'll ink them up with some frayed burlap. I think what I might do is do a little, do a couple of sympathy cards this week or over the course of a couple weeks, and just have a few on hand, because it is so hard to make them on the spot, you know, when you just heard. So just like everything, I'd rather have the cards on hand and then I can deal with it then. I think that would be better for me. So, and you know, it's always good to know how to do it. Okay. Yeah, I like that configuration. We'll do a little bit of this going on. I mean, it's, you know, when you're so used to using stickles and banners and rhinestones and sequins and stuff on cards, it's kind of hard to pull back and go like, oh, what should I use on this? I don't know. So this is very neutral. Okay. this guy stuck down. There. Okay, that helps. Okay, let's get my little feathers stuck down. I think this is how I had them positioned. There, that looks nice. Okay. I'm trying to decide in my head whether I want to do anything inside this card or not. Maybe, I don't know. My mind's drawing a blank. Alright, we'll get this sentiment all cut out. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Get that stuck down. And then I want to do something inside the card. I think maybe just a couple strips of paper. Keep it real simple. But I'm trying to fit this underneath the feather a little bit. There. And make sure it's straight. There. Okay, that looks good. And I think on the inside, I think I'm just going to do some strips of paper on the side. So let's see what we want to do. We've got a couple different colors going on here. So we've got this, which I need to use. And do I have any browns in here? I have it at the same print, so I can't really use that. That's stripe. I can't really use that because it's too bold. So let's go find some newsprint sort of paper. Let's see. This is My Mind's Eye Lost and Found 2. And I think this might be, yeah, this is where I got the feathers from. Is there enough there? So I might just use this paper. Oh, I do have one more feather, so maybe I could use that inside with a strip of paper behind it. That would be a good idea. Let's do that. Ink it up, a little frayed burlap, do the center line. So maybe that. Yeah, I like how that looks. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm feeling better about this now. Get this little feather attached and we will be in business. Maybe we'll do a little bow at the bottom of it because I've got some left over. Can I make a bow that small? I don't know. Let's see. I can make a bow that small. Wow. I am a master crafter. Uh-oh, it's unraveling. Oh no. I did it. Alright, let's get those tails down. Perfect. Okay. Going on it. Ooh, backside looks better. Yeah. Okay. There. That looks nice. I'm happy with that one. Okay. What do you think? I think it looks good. And I love the inside. Very simple and understated. Really nice. Alright guys. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a good week. Bye!